The moment a baby is born, there is a story many people expect to live, a rush of love, an instant bond, a deep emotional connection that feels natural and overwhelming. And when that moment doesn't happen, when instead you feel numb, distant, confused, or emotionally flat, it can be deeply unsettling. If you are feeling disconnected from your newborn, the first thing you need to hear is this: you are not alone and you are not broken. This experience is far more common than people talk about. Bonding is not always instant. For many parents, connection grows slowly, quietly, and unevenly. The idea that love must appear fully formed in the first moments after birth creates unnecessary pressure, and pressure is the opposite of connection. After birth, your body and mind are in recovery mode. You may be exhausted, overwhelmed, physically sore, emotionally flooded, or simply trying to survive each hour. In this state, your nervous system prioritizes safety and function, not emotion. Feeling neutral or distant during this phase does not mean you don't love your baby. It often means your system is overloaded. For some parents, the disconnect feels like numbness. You care for your baby, meet their needs, but don't feel emotionally there. For others, it feels like observing rather than participating, as if the experience hasn't fully landed yet. These reactions can be confusing, especially when everyone around you expects joy. One reason this happens is that bonding is not a switch, it's a process. Just like any relationship, it develops through time, familiarity, and repeated interaction. Your newborn is a stranger at first, a very important one, but still someone you are getting to know. Hormonal shifts also play a significant role. After birth, hormone levels change rapidly. Estrogen and progesterone drop sharply, while stress hormones may remain high. These shifts can blunt emotions or create emotional fog. This is biology, not failure. Another factor is the shock of responsibility. Caring for a newborn is intense and relentless. The weight of responsibility can temporarily overshadow emotion. When your mind is focused on keeping another human alive, emotional connection may take a backseat, and that's okay. Feeling disconnected does not mean you are incapable of bonding. In fact, many parents who don't feel immediate connection go on to form incredibly deep, secure bonds. The connection often grows in small moments, a look, a sound, a routine, not in a dramatic instant. It's also important to say this clearly. There is a difference between normal emotional adjustment and something that needs extra support. Feeling disconnected can be normal, but when that feeling is accompanied by persistent sadness, anxiety, guilt, or a sense of hopelessness that doesn't improve over time, it may be a sign of postpartum depression or anxiety. This does not reflect your love or your worth. It reflects a need for support. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed by guilt for not feeling enough, know that guilt often shows up precisely because you care. Loving someone does not always feel warm and emotional. Sometimes it looks like showing up, even when you feel empty. Bonding can also be affected by expectations. When reality doesn't match the image you had in your mind, disappointment can block connection. Letting go of how it was supposed to feel creates space for how it actually feels, and that space is where bonding begins. What can help during this time is gentleness, lowering expectations, allowing connection to grow at its own pace, talking honestly about how you feel with someone you trust. You don't need to fix the feeling, you need to allow it without judgment. Simple presence matters more than emotion. Feeding, holding, changing, responding, these actions build connection, even when you don't feel it yet. Bonding often follows behavior, not the other way around. And remember, love is not measured by intensity in the beginning. It is built through consistency over time. There is no deadline for connection. There is no correct timeline. If you are feeling disconnected from your newborn, it does not mean something is wrong with you. It means you are human, adjusting to one of the biggest transitions life can bring. Connection will come, sometimes quietly, sometimes unexpectedly, And when it does, it will be real because it grew naturally, not because it was forced. If you want more calm, honest conversations about pregnancy, postpartum emotions, and early parenthood, consider subscribing to the channel. New videos are created to support you through these moments with clarity, compassion, and understanding.